Ikea is turning 80, and because of that, they have just released a collection of some of their most popular items reimagined. And today I'm going to take you through them and tell you which ones you should definitely get and which ones you should probably avoid. So let's jump right on into it. The collection that we're looking at today is called the LÖVBACKEN collection. I hope I said that right, but I've been practicing all night and I'm not doing it again. And this collection seems very interesting. A lot of the forms are typical IKEA. They've got some mid-century and Scandinavian elements. The color palette is very interesting to say the least. Personally, not my personal style, and I'll go into that now. But let's get into the first product. Should I try and butcher all these words? I think yes, I think it'll be very entertaining. So first we're starting with BONDSKÄRET, which is the coat stand. And I actually think this is definitely a piece that you should be getting, especially if you need a coat stand in your home. I don't think it's a very popular item these days. I think that a lot of people don't really use them, but if you need one, I think this is a really great timeless piece. It's kind of giving me Bauhaus. It's giving me Bauhaus vibes, probably because of some of the colors that you can choose, even though Bauhaus is pretty much blue, red, and yellow, but anyway. But it comes with 3 colors. Personally, I'd probably just go with the black because that would be a bit more of a statement, but still timeless looking piece. I love the shape of it. I think it's really fun. And I think that considering the price of 49 Australian dollars, you can't really go wrong with it. The next one, DOMSTEN. Sorry. I don't know if I'm saying these correctly. I have seen very many variations of this over the years, and of course IKEA has done several of these variations before as well. I like this, but I am a bit concerned about the color. I do feel like this is a little bit juvenile, and it is something that would work great in a child's play space or even just in a child's bedroom. But when it comes down to styling with some of the colors that are available for this stool, it is a little bit harder to do. There's only a very minute amount of people that would be like, yes, this color is something that I love. I'm going to love it forever as well. I can see this being a bit more of a trendier color. And something else that I'm just realizing now, I think this is actually giving us a little look into what 2024's colors might end up being and the direction that the design industry will be going in 2024, because it is very playful. It is even more playful than this year's colors. This year's colors have been a bit more muted, whereas this is just straight out of the playhouse. Like, it is giving me almost carnival core vibes just because of the colors. It isn't. So LÖVBACKEN is probably my favorite one out of this collection. Even though I don't like the colors still, I do wish it came in a natural timber or even just a flat pack color that was a little bit more on the neutral side. It would make it a little bit more versatile for more people. But I will admit, I do really love the blue in this one. I think it's fun and playful. The green and the orange, particularly the green, hurts my soul. It's just a bit too much for me. It doesn't have that muted element to it. It does seem extremely bright. And this entire color palette, as I said before, it's just a bit juvenile for me, but I love the shape. I think the shape is gorgeous. I know that they've had previous products that are very similar to the shape as well, where they do have the timber look and all that, but what can you do? Okay, so next up is TUVKORNELL, which is the candle set. I'm very mixed opinions about this one. One part of me really likes it because the simple shape and form means that people are likely to keep it around, and maybe they'll just spray paint it a different color once they're done with these colors. But again, I'm not a huge fan of these colors. It is giving me a bit of postmodern sort of vibe. It's certainly got some industrial elements, so if it was a different color, I think almost anyone could use these. But as I said, and I'll stop saying it in a hot second, but I'm not a huge fan of the colors. I do kind of like the purple. I've actually got a drink bottle that's the same color. I just don't see it working in a lot of people's spaces, and particularly because these are very timeless shapes. It feels like it's a very short-term trend thing that they're trying to do with these timeless shapes. And it kind of saddens me a little bit because you'd want something that is a little bit more timeless in the sense that more people are going to be like, yeah, I could actually really use this in the space. Whereas this entire collection so far, I feel like it all belongs in a preschool and nowhere else, like especially long term. I mean, it is Ikea, so maybe I shouldn't be complaining so much. Let me know in the comments below if I'm complaining too much about these pieces. KULTURSKOG. KULTURSKOG. Okay, we're doing KULTURSKOG, which is the plant stand. I think this one is probably going to be the most popular item that they have. And even though it only comes in the 2 colors, it comes in the black and the green. I think the green is almost actually a borderline where people would actually still get it. But the black, oh my God, I can imagine it being already sold out. Like the shape, we've already been seeing very similar sort of plant stands probably for the last year or 2. I've even got one upstairs that kind of gives me the same vibe as this one. The shape itself, I think, is really, really versatile. You could use it indoor, outdoor. You wouldn't even need to use it as a plant stand. You could probably use it as a side table as well, and it'd still work perfectly fine. I actually really like this one. This is probably my favorite one. Did I already say that about the other piece? I think I did. No, this one's my favorite one, I swear. This one's definitely my favorite. I think it's just far more versatile, and especially with people getting into more and more plants, I think it's another way to just give some variation and height for your plants, especially when they're all about that big. Okay, STOENSE is the rug. Pretty timeless in my opinion. It's not too bright, it looks like, which is finally. And I feel like you could use it in a lot of different places. Obviously, it could still go in the preschool. I feel like you could definitely use this in just an entryway or even just as a little feature piece in another room. Like, I feel like this piece everyone could use and everyone would be pretty happy with it. It's not too far out there, whereas some of these colors are a bit too far out there, I reckon, for some people. So I reckon that's going to be definitely a winner chicken dinner. Okay. We're getting into the weird phase of my vibes at the moment. Let's take a squiz at the cushions. LAGERMISPEL. Oh wow, I went very, very southern then. LAGERMISPEL. Anyway, LAGERMISPEL, I'm not a fan at all. I would say completely ditch this product. It feels too juvenile. It feels like it's going to date extremely. It already feels dated for me personally. I don't like stripes on a diagonal. It's not my vibe at all. And the 2 colors it comes in, perhaps the pink and the white, could be something that you could work into a space, but the yellow and white one, unless you're maybe putting it outside as like a little feature cushion, I'd say avoid this one personally. It's giving me clown vibes. This one is giving me carnival. It gives me so much stress I can't even say the word correctly. Carnival core vibes. Nah, just skip it. No thank you. We're done with carnival core now. $7 though. It's only the cover though, so it's not really that worth it. I think overall this collection is very fun and very playful. They definitely work with a lot of really timeless shapes that I think everyone has seen, and I do like that element of it, but I just wish that there were some more colors that weren't so juvenile and really strong character pieces. If there were some more, let's say, sage green or just like a muted blue or something like that, I feel like these pieces could be far more timeless and many more people would be willing to purchase them. And unfortunately, they don't really have that, but it does make me question whether or not they are ahead of a trend for 2024. And if you've never met me before, my name is Tash, and you should definitely do the like and subscribe thing because I forgot to mention it throughout the video. Bye.